Hi, teacher. I'm Jonathan Juela Vilés Casanova, and I'm going to present my project from my integration project. I'm sorry if I'm hide some part of my presentation. I am recording or I'm my presentation. So what it is? This is a system that my team and are creating. So this is a system that can predict if some student, like a university student, can drop out the school. So I am going to start. Okay. What is the problem we found? Because this is important because this is a big problem that a lot of schools in maybe in the country or maybe in other part of the world it uh, is happening, no. So first thing, the problem that in Mexico we have this big issue with studying students leaving school, like a lot of students kid, and this is not good for anybody. It's so bad for the families, schools, even the country. The problem is students start to have problems, maybe with in their home, in their house, or maybe they have to work for the family. So nobody sees it early enough. By the time we release, it's too late. And we are we started asking two questions because we didn't know what was happening, what how long was the problem it was. So can we use computers and artificial intelligence to catch this problem early, and can we see which students need help before it's too late? um, we have the solving, or we think that, or we thought that, I'm sorry, we are putting together machine learning. This is a tool that is to train our AI to predict uh, um, how students can drop out the school. Computers learning from data, and AI that talks like a human. So the school people can just talk normally, and the AI understand and gives the information they need. This is our two principal points that we talk in this project. And the justification and scope, uh, I said I say that it's better say why this matters and the reality. This is not just about numbers. When students drop out, it hurts the community. It's a real problem for society. Less people get educated, and country needs educated people, right? So we have some points that we did start for started the project. The first one is notice problems early, that before the semester ends, before it's too late, right? The second one is use the information we have, that we look at things like grades and attendance for the first week of school. These things tell us a lot about students. Maybe if they are having problems, maybe if they can sleep well, that is the worst problem that the students can take, because if you don't sleep well, you can you can pay attention or do well your task, and a lot of problems that we can take. And the third one is just the information we have. um, at the beginning, uh, we haven't had enough information, so we tried to recompile a lot of information about how students feel, uh, some um, research that are in the web. So we look at things like grades and attendance. We want to make it is well, I'm sorry. The last one point is give power to the tutors. Um, we want to make it easy for teachers and coordinators. This to use this system without needed how to know how computers work, because obviously the maybe if you are in a, I don't know, the elementary school, and you want to know what's happening with your student, obviously you if you I don't know, if you started mathematical, maybe you can understand how the programming work. Maybe if a line of my uh, program is not working, you can do anything because you don't know anything about that. So we try to do our system in a basic for the teachers, coordinators, for all the coordinators. Maybe if there are some people that know how people know, maybe for the psychology. I don't know if this is a correct term, but this is what we are thinking about this project. The next is the project objectives and hypotheses. Uh, in this case, what we want to achieve, that I need to be clear about our goals here. The big goal in this case is build a system that combines data systems and smart AI to predict who might drop out specific things we are doing. In this case is we take the data and we put it in a database. We search this database from Kaggle. I don't know if this is the correct term for the web page, but I I think this database has 300,000 data about data about the students. This is a medium quantity from a database, because there are a lot of database that are in the web page that have a lot of more quantity of students, because it has grades, absence, maybe it has the assistance that a student has. And um, we teach a computer to organize the pattern of a student who might leave. In this case, is how or probably is that some student drop out the school for some problems or some points that he is having in his life or in your life. We connect this to Cloud AI so it can talk to people. Cloud is AI from Anthropic. Our target that we have, we want to be right 80% of the time with our predictions. We are trying that uh, all that percent that the prediction has must be clear and correct. We try to do a good system that is easy to understand and it has correct predictions. We want the AI to help teachers save time. Like I remember is 50% less time looking at reports and trying to understand data. Because how I said before, the teachers just want to know what's happening with their student, maybe if they have problems, maybe if they are passing in a bad situation. Or theoretical framework. The theory behind this is that we are using three main ideas here. The first one is looking at school data. When students have problems early on, I don't know, bad grades, missing classes, these are signs. We know from research that if we see this early, we can predict what happens later. It's like an early warning. For example, the second point or the second one is a smart computer learning. In this case, we use something called XGBoost. It is just a very good tool for this kind of job. I'm sorry. It learns from all data and gets really good at guessing or guessing. I don't know if it's a correct term. It is fast and handles messy data well. This is it's like other um, a tool that we have in Python is like to predict is we are using to predict for example we have a random forest that is to to take a random data, but in this case is this is better. XGBoost is better because it's most um, complex and it is most functional for our project because we have a big quantity of data about students, right? So the last or the third point is that in this case, talking AI, the system doesn't just show numbers on a screen. We use an AI that talks. Teachers can say, show me the students with problems," and the AI understand what they mean and finds the information. No need to know complicate computer language because this is what the AI can predict and learn. If it doesn't know something, it search in the web and try to understand or try to understand what the function or something like that because our AI is able to be able to understand and predict and learn for its own. The other one is proposed methodology and how we are building this. Maybe someone can question itself and say how we are building this because we are students. We maybe we can understand what's happening or a lot of things about our project, no, right? Our first step is or phase is getting the data ready. First we collect all the students information and clean it. we organize everything in a database so we can use it. This is like preparing the ingredients before cooking. For example, uh, the second phase in this case is teaching the computer or the ML. We use this data to train two types of learning systems. We adjust things so they guess right. We test it a lot so it works well. The third is the AI agent, and in this case, this is the cool part because we connected the cloud API that the AI from Anthropic, that is uh, the company that has the total control about the AI, right? So it can talk to the database, teachers type question, for example, in a normal language. So maybe if our question that what's happening with this student, and the AI said this student has this problem, blah blah blah, for example, and it creates the computer code to find answers, and the phase for deployment make it work. We put everything online. Teachers can access it through a website, and everything is easy to use. Really simple because they have to understand what's happening in that moment. The chosen technological stack that the tools we use. We pick specific tools because they work together nicely. In this case, for the computer part, we are using Python 3.12. That's the programming language. We use Postgres SQL, that where we keep all the information Docker, so everything runs in the same way everywhere. For example, if I'm doing some part of the project, I use Docker to share the project with my other coworkers, and they can use and do anything that they want, and it function in a correct form. For the smart learning is XGBoost and scikit-learn. These are libraries like tools in Python and pandas to work with the data. For the AI showing it to people, first app, a fast app, I'm sorry, to make it work online. Cloud from Anthropic, that is the company, the AI that talks and extremely a nice way to show everything on the screen. We have system architecture and AI integration. This is how everything works together. So it works like this. For example, teachers or coordinators type a question in English or Spanish, wherever whatever language that they want to use. They can ask things like which students are in a danger or who needs help right now. The AI read this, understands what they are asking, and then it goes to the database, finds the answer, and explain it. It even gives advice on what to do. So the system is not just here's a report. No, it's I think. So for example, uh, it's like a report that we can do for the teachers because they want to know how it function. What is the function of the system or the AI? This is for the students. We now we have the programs and preliminary results and how are doing so far because this is so fast how we did it on how we are doing this because we are not finishing uh, at the moment, or we are not finishing yet. So the ML model is the accuracy uh, major than 80% done actually. For example, we got 84.5%. That's really good. The computer is right more than we needed. It is better than we thought. The database, automatic progress, Postgres SQL, is this is finished. I'm sorry. All the data is clean and organized. 100% of it is standardized. No problems here. This is there. I'm sorry. This is a complete a part. The AI agent. This is interesting because the cloud tool use is still working on it, but it's close. We can already do SQL queries with AI, like it can talk to the database. So this is not finished yet, but almost. It is. We are doing our adjustment for this project and the website and interface. This is the part that is working. We have the website ready for that. This is for the um, teachers, for example. I'm sorry if I am doing this like 20 minutes. I'm sorry. The problems we fixed when we showed this to people, they had to concern, first worry the data safety. They said, what if private information leaks, right? And the second worry is security with AI. If I said someone something about some student, they are scared about how it's functioning. And the conclusion and steps I said before, the program's preliminary result is what we are doing with our tool use and assistant conversational. And this is the end. I'm sorry if I'm late with this presentation, but there are a lot of slides. So I think I need more time to explain in a complete form, but I think this would be good, and this is a good project. And thank you, teacher.